Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Personal Growth Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and today we're diving into a topic that's the backbone of personal and professional success: how to be consistent in life. Now, consistency is something we all know is important, but let's be honest, it's not always easy. Whether it's sticking to a new habit, pursuing a long-term goal, or simply showing up every day, staying consistent can feel like a challenge. But don't worry, we're here to unpack it all. And as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Julia. Julia, how are you doing today?
Hi, Jason. I'm doing great, thank you. And hello to all our listeners. It's so good to have you here with us. You know, Jason, I'm really excited about this topic because consistency is something I've personally struggled with in the past. I've learned a lot along the way, and I can't wait to share those insights with our listeners.
That's fantastic, Julia. You're absolutely right. Consistency is something we've all grappled with at some point. But here's the thing. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when it's tough.
Exactly. And by the end of today's podcast, we hope you'll feel inspired and equipped with practical tools to stay consistent in whatever goals or habits you're working on.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. First, let's talk about why consistency matters and how it can transform your life. All right, let's start by answering a simple but important question. Why does consistency matter? Consistency, at its core, is about staying committed to your goals and taking small, regular actions to achieve them. And here's the thing. It's those small, steady actions that lead to big results over time. Take any successful person, for example, whether it's an athlete, an artist, or an entrepreneur. Their success isn't built on one-off efforts. It's built on consistent practice and dedication.
That's so true, Jason. And I think a great example of this is Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Her achievements weren't just the result of talent, but also of years of consistent training, showing up every day, even when it was hard.
Exactly, Julia. Consistency creates momentum. When you show up daily, you're building habits and routines that compound over time. It's like planting a seed and watering it regularly. It won't sprout overnight, but with patience and consistency, it grows into something amazing.
I love that analogy, Jason. And beyond achieving goals, consistency also builds trust, both with yourself and with others. Think about it. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, people see you as reliable. And when you stick to your personal goals, you build self-confidence because you're proving to yourself that you can do it.
Absolutely. Consistency is also the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, even the best plans or dreams remain just that: plans and dreams. But with consistency, you can turn them into reality.
And the best part is, consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It's okay to have setbacks. It's about getting back on track and continuing the journey.
That's such an important point, Julia. All right, now that we know why consistency matters, let's dive into the challenges that often get in the way of staying consistent. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: the challenges to staying consistent. We all know it's important, but let's be real. Sticking to something day after day is easier said than done. So, Julia, what do you think is one of the biggest challenges people face when it comes to consistency?
Oh, Jason, where do I start? I think one major challenge is procrastination. We often put things off because they seem overwhelming or because we're waiting for the perfect time to start. But as we both know, that perfect time rarely comes.
Absolutely, Julia. Procrastination is such a common trap. Another big challenge is lack of motivation. It's easy to feel excited when you're starting something new, but what happens when that initial excitement fades? Suddenly, sticking to your goals feels like a chore.
That's so true, and I think distractions play a huge role as well. We live in a world full of endless distractions, social media, notifications, unexpected tasks. It's so easy to lose focus and get sidetracked from your priorities.
Definitely. And let's not forget about self-doubt. Sometimes people give up because they don't see immediate results and start questioning their ability to succeed. It's that inner voice that says, "Why bother? You're not good enough."
Oh, I've been there, Jason. Another challenge I've noticed is trying to take on too much too quickly. We set unrealistic goals or try to change too many habits at once, and when it becomes overwhelming, we just stop altogether.
Exactly, Julia. And I'd add one more to the list: lack of a clear plan. Without a step-by-step plan, it's easy to feel lost or unsure of what to do next, which makes it harder to stay consistent.
So true. And the frustrating part is, these challenges are universal. Everyone faces them at some point, but the good news is, they're not impossible to overcome.
That's right, Julia. Understanding these challenges is the first step in tackling them. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next part of our conversation. Share practical tips to help you build consistency and overcome these obstacles. All right, now that we've identified the challenges, let's focus on solutions. How can we actually build consistency and make it a part of our lives? Julia, why don't you kick us off with the first tip?
Sure, Jason. One of the best tips I've learned is to start small. A lot of people get discouraged because they set goals that are way too big to handle at first. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps. For example, if you're trying to exercise consistently, start with just 10 minutes a day instead of aiming for an hour.
That's such a great point, Julia. Small wins build momentum. Another powerful tip is to create a routine. When you build a consistent schedule, it reduces decision fatigue. For instance, if you decide to study English every day at 7 p.m., it eventually becomes a habit, and you're less likely to skip it.
Absolutely. And to add to that, I'd say it's important to track your progress. When you see how far you've come, it motivates you to keep going. You can use apps, journals, or even a simple calendar to mark the days you stick to your goal.
I love that, Julia. Tracking progress gives you a visual reminder of your achievements. Another tip that works wonders is to find an accountability partner. Whether it's a friend, family member, or a coach, having someone to check in with can really help you stay on track.
Yes, accountability is so powerful, and I'd like to add something that's often overlooked. Reward yourself. When you hit a milestone or stick to your goal for a week, treat yourself to something you enjoy. It makes the process more rewarding and keeps you motivated.
That's a great idea, Julia. Rewards keep the journey fun. I'd also recommend embracing flexibility. Life happens, and there will be days when things don't go as planned. Instead of giving up, adjust and keep going. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up as often as you can.
So true, Jason. And one final tip from me would be to remind yourself of your why. Whenever you feel like giving up, think about why you started in the first place. Whether it's for your health, career, or personal growth, keeping your why in mind helps you stay motivated.
I love that, Julia. It's all about keeping the bigger picture in focus. So, to sum up, start small, build a routine, track your progress, find accountability, reward yourself, stay flexible, and always remember your why. These tips might sound simple, but they're incredibly effective when you put them into practice.
Exactly. And remember, consistency is a skill you build over time. Don't be too hard on yourself if you stumble. What matters is getting back up and continuing the journey.
Well said, Julia. All right, let's recap everything we've discussed and share some key takeaways for our listeners. All right, let's wrap things up with a quick recap of what we've covered today. We started by discussing why consistency matters. It's the foundation of success, helping you build momentum, create trust, and turn your dreams into reality.
Then, we talked about the common challenges to staying consistent, like procrastination, lack of motivation, distractions, self-doubt, and trying to do too much at once. But we also emphasized that these challenges are normal and can be overcome.
Exactly. And we shared some practical tips to help you build consistency, including starting small, creating a routine, tracking your progress, finding accountability, rewarding yourself, staying flexible, and remembering your why.
Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It's about making steady progress over time. And it's okay to have setbacks. What matters is getting back on track and continuing to show up for yourself.
Absolutely, Julia. So, for our listeners, we encourage you to take one tip from today's conversation and start applying it to your life. Whether it's setting a small goal or finding an accountability partner, small actions lead to big results.
And remember, consistency is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate every step you take, no matter how small, and keep moving forward.
Well said, Julia. Thank you all for tuning in to the Personal Growth Talks podcast. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need a little extra motivation to stay consistent.
We'll see you next time with another inspiring topic. Until then, stay consistent and keep growing. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Before we wrap up completely, we'd like to leave you with a quick call to action. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell, daar too, so you never miss an update.
And don't forget to share this episode with a friend or family member who might need a little encouragement to stay consistent in their life. Your support helps us create more content to inspire and empower you.
We'd also love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. What's one area of your life where you're trying to stay consistent? Or share a tip that's worked for you. Your insights could help others in the community.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Remember, consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up day by day and making progress toward your goals.
That's right, Julia. Keep growing, stay consistent, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Personal Growth Talks podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. We're so happy you're here with us today.
In today's episode, we're talking about something that really holds a lot of English learners back, the idea that you have to speak perfectly to be fluent.
Yes, so many people think I can't speak English until I get every word, every grammar rule, and every pronunciation just right. But guess what? That's not true.
Not at all. You don't have to be perfect to be fluent. In fact, trying to be perfect can actually stop you from becoming fluent. Today, we'll explore why fluency is not about perfection, and how you can become a confident English speaker even if you make mistakes.
We'll also share practical tips to help you speak more naturally, build confidence, and let go of the fear of being wrong.
Whether you're a beginner, intermediate learner, or someone who understands English but hesitates to speak, this episode is for you.
So grab your notebook or just relax and listen, because today we're going to help you become fluent without being perfect.
Let's jump in. So, let's talk about something many learners feel deep inside: the pressure to be perfect when speaking English.
Yes, that pressure is real. I've met so many students who are afraid to even try speaking because they worry they'll make a mistake.
And it's not just fear, it's often from how they were taught. In school, you get corrected a lot. You lose marks for grammar mistakes. So, people start thinking, I have to be perfect, or I'm wrong.
Exactly. That kind of thinking makes people silent. They wait and wait until they feel ready. But guess what? That perfect moment never comes.
Right. Let me share a quick story. I had a student named Anna. She knew a lot of English, but she never spoke. One day, I asked her why. She said, "Because I don't want people to laugh at my mistakes." That broke my heart.
Oh, poor Anna. And sadly, many learners feel the same way. They worry about what others will think. They fear judgment.
But the truth is, no one speaks perfectly all the time. Not even native speakers. I make grammar mistakes sometimes. You do too, Julia, right?
Of course. Everyone does. The goal is not to speak like a textbook. The goal is to communicate clearly and connect with others.
And that's something we want all our listeners to remember. You don't need to be perfect to be understood.
Yes, and we're going to help you get past that fear today. Stick with us because we've got some powerful tips coming up.
Coming up next, what fluency really means and why it's different from perfection. Stay with us. Now that we've talked about the fear of being perfect, let's go deeper. Julia, what does it really mean to be fluent in English?
Great question, Jason. A lot of people think fluency means speaking fast, using big words, or having a perfect accent. But that's not true at all.
Not at all. Fluency is not about speed or perfection. Fluency means you can express your thoughts clearly and comfortably, even if you make small mistakes.
Exactly. Imagine this. You meet someone who speaks English slowly but confidently. They use simple words, they pause sometimes, and they make a few grammar mistakes, but you understand them. That person is fluent.
Yes. Fluency is about flow, your ability to keep the conversation going without stopping every second to think or translate in your head.
Let's think about kids. When children speak their native language, they make mistakes, too wrong grammar, funny sentences, but they're still fluent because they keep speaking and keep learning.
That's a great example. You don't stop a child and say, "You used the wrong verb tense." You smile and keep talking, right?
Right, and that's what fluency feels like: freedom to speak without the fear of being corrected all the time.
Also, I want to add this. There are millions of people around the world who speak English as a second language. They all have different accents and ways of speaking, but they communicate well. That's fluency.
Yes, and native speakers actually respect that. They're not judging your grammar, they're listening to your ideas.
So here's a simple definition for our listeners. Fluency is your ability to speak smoothly, express ideas, and hold conversations, not your ability to be perfect.
Love that. So if you can talk about your day, share your opinion, or ask questions in English even with some mistakes, congratulations, you're becoming fluent.
Coming up next, we'll talk about something powerful: why making mistakes actually helps you learn faster. Stay with us.
Okay, now let's talk about something really important: mistakes. Jason, do you remember a time you made a mistake while learning another language?
Oh, yes. When I was learning Spanish, I once said, "Estoy embarazado," thinking it meant I'm embarrassed. But it actually means I'm pregnant. Everyone laughed, including me.
That's a classic mistake. But see, you still remember it, and I bet you never made that mistake again.
Exactly. That's the magic of mistakes. They teach you. They stick in your memory. When you make a mistake, your brain says, "Wait a minute, let's fix that." And you grow.
And that's why mistakes are not bad. They are part of learning. In fact, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not practicing enough.
So true. Some learners try to avoid mistakes by staying silent. But silence doesn't help you improve.
Nope. Speaking helps you improve. Even if you say something wrong, it gives you a chance to learn and try again.
Here's a great way to think about it. Mistakes equals progress. Every time you mess up, you move one step forward.
Yes. And if you're listening to this podcast, we want you to feel safe to try to speak English out loud, to make errors, and to keep going.
I had another student, his name was Ahmed. He was so scared of speaking, but I told him, "Let's play a game. Try to make 5 mistakes today." He laughed, but he tried it, and guess what? He started speaking more.
That's amazing, and that's a fun mindset shift. Instead of avoiding mistakes, celebrate them.
Exactly, because every mistake brings you closer to real fluency.
So remember, dear listeners, don't fear mistakes. Use them, learn from them, grow from them.
Coming up next, we'll share some simple daily habits to help you build fluency without pressure or fear. Stay tuned. All right. Now let's talk about some simple daily habits you can use to build fluency without pressure, without stress, and without trying to be perfect.
Yes, these are small habits, but if you do them every day, they will help you speak more confidently and naturally over time.
Let's start with the first one. Talk to yourself in English. It might sound strange, but it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. I'm going to the market.
I love that one. It builds vocabulary in your daily life. And the best part? No one is listening, so you can relax and speak freely.
Exactly. Second habit. Listen to English every day. It could be a podcast like this one, an audiobook, or even YouTube videos. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day will train your ears to understand natural English.
Yes, and don't worry if you don't understand every word. That's okay. Just focus on the meaning, not the perfection.
Third habit. Use voice recording apps. Speak for 1 or 2 minutes on a topic. Then listen to yourself. You'll start noticing how you speak your strengths and what you want to improve.
That's such a good tip. I always tell learners, record yourself and don't judge it. It's not about being perfect, it's about noticing your progress.
Habit number 4. Learn small phrases, not just grammar. Instead of thinking, "What is the rule?" try learning full phrases like, "How's it going?" or "Can I help you with that?" These are real expressions people use every day.
And they help you sound more natural and fluent without overthinking grammar.
Exactly. And one more habit, celebrate small wins. Spoke to someone in English today? Celebrate. Understood a video without subtitles? Celebrate. Every small step matters.
Yes, learning a language is a journey. You don't have to run, just keep walking. Day by day, you'll get better.
So remember, practice daily, relax, be kind to yourself, and let fluency grow naturally.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the biggest mindset shift you need to truly become fluent without being perfect. Don't go away.
Julia, let's talk about something that can really change the way our listeners speak English. The difference between confidence and perfection.
Yes, this is such an important idea. Many learners think, I'll speak English when I'm perfect. But the truth is, you don't need perfection, you need confidence.
That's right. Confidence means saying, "It's okay if I make mistakes, I'm still learning, and I can still communicate."
And that confidence changes everything. When you're confident, people listen to you more, they enjoy talking to you, and they don't care about small grammar mistakes.
Exactly. I've seen students with great grammar but no confidence, and they never speak. And I've seen students with many mistakes, but they speak with energy and smile. People love that.
So, here's something we want our listeners to remember. Confidence builds fluency. Perfection blocks it.
Yes, perfection makes you afraid to speak. Confidence gives you the courage to speak more, and that's how you grow.
So, if you're listening right now and waiting for the perfect moment to speak English, stop waiting. Start speaking. You already have what you need.
Absolutely. Let go of perfection and build confidence instead. That's the real key to fluency.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to measure your fluency the right way, not with test scores, but with real progress. Stay with us. All right, Jason, we've talked about habits, confidence, and progress, but now let's share some fun ways our listeners can practice English.
Yes, because learning doesn't have to feel like school all the time. Let's start with one of my favorites: watch movies or TV shows in English with subtitles. It's entertaining, and you learn how people really speak.
Great one. And if you watch your favorite movie again, try watching it the second time with English subtitles than without subtitles. It helps a lot.
Another fun idea: sing along to English songs. Find the lyrics online, play the music, and sing. It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and vocabulary.
That's such a fun way to learn. I used to sing English pop songs when I was a student, and I still remember many of those lyrics.
Here's another: play English word games. There are so many, like crossword puzzles, word searches, or mobile apps like Duolingo, Wordle, or Quizlet.
Yes, and you can play with a friend too, even send each other English riddles or tongue twisters.
Ooh, tongue twisters! Like she sells seashells by the seashore. Try saying that 5 times fast.
That's a challenge, but those are great for improving pronunciation.
Next one: join an online English speaking club. There are Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Zoom meetups, and some are free.
Even if you speak for just 5 minutes with someone from another country, it's exciting, and you learn a lot.
And here's a creative one. Start a mini video diary in English. Use your phone. Record yourself for 1 minute every day. Talk about your day, how you feel, what you learned.
That's a fantastic tip. It builds speaking skills, confidence, and even gives you a way to track your progress over time.
And finally, make English part of your fun, not just your homework. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English. Love sports? Listen to sports podcasts? Love fashion? Follow English-speaking fashion creators.
Exactly. Connect English to what you already love, and it won't feel like work. It'll feel like play.
So listeners, try a few of these fun tips today. And remember, enjoying the journey is the best way to become fluent.
Coming up next, we'll talk about real success stories from learners who became fluent without being perfect. Stay with us. It's going to inspire you.
Now let's share some real stories of learners who became fluent not because they were perfect, but because they were brave, consistent, and stayed confident.
Yes, these stories are so powerful. Let's start with Aisha from Egypt. When she started learning English, she was afraid to speak. She said, "What if people laugh at me?" But instead of waiting to be perfect, she joined a WhatsApp English group and started sending short voice messages every day.
Right. And after a few weeks, she noticed her speaking got faster and more natural. Not because she never made mistakes, but because she kept trying. Today, she helps other learners practice English online. Amazing.
Next, let's talk about Carlos from Brazil. He loved video games, so he joined an online gaming community where everyone spoke English. At first, he only typed in the chat, but then he started speaking using voice chat.
Yes, and even though his grammar wasn't perfect, people understood him. And more importantly, he started enjoying speaking in English. That joy gave him the confidence to keep going.
One more inspiring story, May, from China. She practiced English by making a 1-minute video every day and posting it on social media. In the beginning, she was shy and nervous. But slowly, she got better, and now she's a YouTube creator helping other learners.
That's the power of starting where you are. These learners didn't wait until they were perfect. They took action, made mistakes, and became fluent over time.
So if you're listening right now and thinking, I make too many mistakes to speak English, remember, you can be fluent without being perfect, just like Aisha, Carlos, and May.
Coming up next, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts and a motivational message just for you. You don't want to miss it. All right, Julia, we've covered a lot today. Before we finish, let's remind our listeners about the most important thing.
Yes, it's all about progress, not perfection. Every small step you take in English matters.
Exactly. You don't have to be perfect to speak fluently. Just keep moving forward. Celebrate your wins, learn from mistakes, and enjoy the journey.
Remember, fluency is a process and it's okay to be a work in progress. Your confidence will grow as you practice, and your English will improve naturally.
So, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
We believe in you too. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the English Learning Podcast.
See you next time, and keep speaking English with confidence.
Thanks for spending time with us today. If you found this episode helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who want to improve their English.
Yes, and don't forget to comment below. Tell us what simple habit you'll start today to build fluency without stressing about perfection.
Also, check out our other episodes in the English Learning Podcast playlist for more tips, stories, and fun practice ideas.
And if you want to practice speaking with us or join our community, follow us on my YouTube channel, Easy English Talk.
We're here to support your English journey every step of the way.
Thanks again for listening. Keep speaking confidently, and see you in the next episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Personal Growth Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. We're so glad you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something really important, something that can truly change your life. Our topic is how to build a strong mindset for a better life.
Yes, and this is something we all need. Whether you're facing challenges, chasing your goals, or just trying to feel more confident in daily life, your mindset plays a big role.
Now, you might ask, what does mindset mean? Simply put, your mindset is the way you think, your attitude, your beliefs, and how you see the world and yourself.
Exactly. And a strong mindset means you don't give up easily. You believe in yourself, you stay calm in hard times, and you keep going, even when things get tough.
In today's episode, we'll talk about what a strong mindset really is, why it matters, and how you can build one step by step.
And don't worry, we'll keep it simple, real, and full of tips you can use in your own life.
So, are you ready to build a strong mindset?
Let's get started.
So, Julia, let's start with the basics. What do we really mean by a strong mindset?
Good question, Jason. A strong mindset means having a positive and powerful way of thinking. It means you don't let fear, doubt, or failure stop you. Instead, you keep going, even when life gets hard.
Yes, and it doesn't mean you're never sad or never afraid. It just means you don't let those feelings control your actions.
Right. A person with a strong mindset learns from mistakes instead of giving up. They say, okay, I failed this time, but I can try again.
Exactly. And they believe that they can grow and improve even if it takes time.
Let's give a simple example. Imagine two students learning English. One says, I can't do this. I always make mistakes. That's a weak mindset. The other says, I made a mistake, but I'll learn and do better next time. That's a strong mindset.
That's a great example. The second student doesn't give up. They keep learning, and that's the key.
And it's not just about learning. A strong mindset helps in everything: work, health, relationships, and even personal goals.
You know what, Julia? I like to say, your mindset is like your inner voice. If that voice is kind, strong, and hopeful, then you become stronger too.
Yes, and the good news is anyone can build a strong mindset. You don't need to be born with it. You can learn it and grow it over time.
That's what today's episode is all about. Helping our listeners understand that they have the power to build a better life by starting with a better mindset.
And that starts with belief. Believe in yourself, even just a little. That's where it begins.
Well said, Julia. So now that we understand what a strong mindset is, let's talk about why it matters so much in life. All right, now that we know what a strong mindset is, let's talk about why it really matters. Julia, how do you think mindset shapes someone's life?
Well, Jason, mindset is like a pair of glasses. It's how you see the world. If you wear negative glasses, everything looks dark and difficult. But if you wear strong, positive glasses, life looks full of chances and hope.
I love that example. Our thoughts affect how we feel and how we act. If you believe I can do it, you're more likely to try. But if you always think I can't, then you won't even start.
Exactly. Think about this. Two people lose their job. One says, I'm a failure. The other says, this is hard, but I'll find a better one. That mindset changes everything.
Totally. The first person might feel stuck, sad, and give up. The second person might feel strong and take action and probably find a new job faster.
And it's not just about big things like jobs. Mindset shapes your daily life, how you talk to people, how you learn, how you face small problems.
That's true. Even things like waking up in the morning. If your mindset says, today is going to be a good day, then you smile, you feel better, and your day really does go better.
Mindset also affects your energy. A strong mindset gives you the power to keep going. It helps you believe in yourself, and that belief is powerful.
Yes, and science supports this too. Studies show that people with a growth mindset, meaning they believe they can learn and improve, are more successful in school, work, and life.
So mindset isn't just a feeling. It's a tool that helps you shape your actions, your habits, and your future.
That's right. And the good news is, if you change your mindset, you can change your life. It starts in the mind, but it shows up everywhere.
So if you want a better life, build a better mindset. And that's exactly what we'll help you do in the next parts of this podcast.
Coming up next, let's talk about something very important. Your self-talk, what you say to yourself every day. That voice in your head matters more than you think. Okay, Julia, now let's talk about something really powerful: self-talk. What we say to ourselves inside our minds. Why is this so important?
Because, Jason, we talk to ourselves all day long, even if we don't realize it. That inner voice can either lift us up or tear us down.
So true. And here's the thing. If that voice always says you're not good enough or you'll never succeed, then we start to believe it.
Exactly. That's why we call it self-talk. It's the conversation we have with ourselves. And if we change that conversation, we can change how we feel and what we do.
Let's give an example. Imagine someone is learning English. If they think, I always make mistakes, I'm so bad at this, they feel embarrassed and maybe stop trying.
But if they say, "It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning and improving," then they feel stronger and keep going.
Yes. And this brings us to beliefs. Self-talk creates beliefs. If you keep telling yourself you're not smart, you start to believe it.
But if you tell yourself, "I can learn anything if I try," that becomes your belief. And that belief gives you confidence.
Beliefs are like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is weak, the house falls. But strong, healthy beliefs build a strong life.
So true. And many of our beliefs come from childhood, from school, from what others say. But the good news is, we can change them.
Yes, and it starts by listening to your self-talk. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me?
If it's hurting you, change it. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." Replace "I always fail" with "This is just a step in my journey."
And the more you do it, the stronger your mindset becomes. It's like exercise for your brain.
So remember, everyone listening your words have power, even the words you say silently to yourself.
Coming up next, we're going to look at simple habits you can do every day to make your mindset stronger.
Yes, little actions can make a big difference. Let's talk about those next.
So now that we've talked about self-talk and beliefs, let's go a step further. Julia, what are some daily habits that help build a strong mindset?
Great question, Jason. I think the first habit is starting your day with positive intention. For example, every morning you can say something like, "Today I will do my best," or "I am strong and I can handle anything."
I love that. It sets the tone for the whole day. Another simple habit is gratitude, just thinking of 3 things you're thankful for. Even small things like clean water or a good meal.
Yes, gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It helps you feel more calm and more hopeful.
Another powerful habit is journaling. Just writing down your thoughts can help you understand them better. You can also write your goals, your wins, or your worries, and it clears your mind.
And don't forget movement. A short walk, a stretch, or even dancing in your room can boost your mood. A strong body helps support a strong mind.
That's right. And one of my personal favorites, reading or listening to something positive. Even 10 minutes of a good podcast, a helpful book, or an inspiring video can make a big difference.
Also, limit negative input. If social media or news makes you feel anxious or weak, take a break. Choose what you allow into your mind.
That's so important. What you feed your mind is just like what you feed your body. You want healthy, strong fuel, not junk.
Exactly, and all of these habits don't take a lot of time. You can do them in small steps every day.
So, let's quickly repeat them. Start your day with a positive thought. Practice gratitude. Write in a journal. Move your body. Listen or read something positive. Protect your mental space.
Try 1 or 2 each day. Don't rush, just stay consistent, and you'll see your mindset getting stronger over time.
Coming up next, let's talk about something we all face: challenges and failures. How does a strong mindset help us handle those tough moments?
That's a big one. Let's dive into it next.
All right, Julia, let's talk about something everyone faces: challenges and failures. No matter who you are, life can get hard. So, how does a strong mindset help during those times?
Great question, Jason. A strong mindset doesn't mean you never feel sad, angry, or scared. It just means you don't give up. You feel those things and still keep moving forward.
Yes, you face the problem, not run away from it. You look for solutions instead of only thinking about the pain.
Exactly. And failure is a big part of life. Everyone fails, even the most successful people. But the difference is, people with a strong mindset learn from failure.
Let's give a real example. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He failed over 1,000 times. But he said, "I didn't fail, I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work."
That's the mindset. He didn't quit. He saw each failure as a step forward.
And we can do the same in our own lives. Maybe you try something new, like learning English, and make mistakes. That's okay. Mistakes mean you're trying.
And every time you try, you get stronger, even if it's just a little. A strong mindset says, "This is hard, but I can handle it."
It also helps to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of saying, why me? Say, what now?
That small change in thinking makes a big difference. It gives you power instead of fear.
And don't forget, you're not alone. Everyone has bad days. Everyone falls. But with the right mindset, you get back up.
So if you're facing a challenge right now, take a deep breath. Remind yourself you're stronger than you think.
Up next, we'll talk about something that can secretly hold you back: limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts that say, you're not good enough, and we're going to show you how to break them.
Yes, let's shine a light on those invisible blocks in the next part.
All right, now let's talk about something that often holds people back: limiting beliefs. Julia, what exactly are limiting beliefs?
Limiting beliefs are the negative thoughts we believe about ourselves. They sound like, "I'm not smart, I can't do it," or "people like me don't succeed."
Yes, and the problem is we often believe them without question. But these thoughts aren't always true. They come from fear, past mistakes, or even things other people told us.
Exactly. Maybe a teacher once said, "You're not good at this." Or maybe you failed once and decided, "I'll never be good at that." Those beliefs stay in your mind and limit what you try in the future.
That's why they're called limiting. They keep you small. They block your growth. But the good news is, you can let them go.
The first step is to notice them. Listen to the voice in your head. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me?
If it's hurting you, challenge it. For example, if you hear, "I'm not confident," ask yourself, is that always true? Then, try a new belief: I can become confident. Step by step.
That's powerful because you don't need to lie to yourself. Just change the story. Say things like, "I'm learning, I'm improving, I can try again."
And every time you replace a limiting belief with a new belief, you open a door to growth, confidence, and new possibilities.
So, to everyone listening, you are not your old thoughts. You can choose new ones. You can believe something better about yourself starting today.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the people around you. Because the people you spend time with can either help you build a strong mindset or break it down.
Yes, your environment matters. Let's talk about that in the next part.
Okay, Julia, now let's talk about something many people don't think about when building a strong mindset: the people around you.
Yes, the people you spend time with can really affect your thoughts, your energy, and your beliefs.
If you're always around negative people who complain, criticize, or bring you down, it becomes hard to stay strong mentally.
Exactly. But if you're around people who lift you up, support your goals, and believe in you, it becomes easier to believe in yourself.
There's a saying, you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely.
And that doesn't mean you have to cut people out completely, but you can set boundaries and spend more time with people who help you grow.
Yes, look for friends who inspire you. Listen to people who make you feel stronger, not smaller.
And even if you don't have those people in your life right now, you can still connect with positive voices through books, podcasts, or online communities.
That's right. Just listening to strong, kind, and positive people can help shape your own mindset.
So remember, a strong mindset needs a strong circle. Build a space that helps you grow.
Coming up next, let's talk about something many people forget. Growth takes time. Let's remind our listeners to be patient and kind to themselves. All right, Julia, now let's talk about something very important. Mindset growth takes time.
Yes, Jason. Building a strong mindset is not like flipping a switch. It's more like planting a tree. It grows slowly, day by day.
That's a great way to say it. Sometimes people want quick results, but the truth is, it takes patience and consistent effort.
And it's normal to have ups and downs. Some days you'll feel strong and positive, and other days you might feel tired or doubtful.
That's okay. Growth isn't about being perfect. It's about progress, moving forward little by little.
Exactly. It's important not to compare yourself to others. Everyone's journey is different.
Instead, focus on your own small wins. Celebrate every step, even if it feels small.
And remember to be kind to yourself. A strong mindset also means treating yourself with patience and love.
So, if you keep practicing, keep believing, and keep growing, your mindset will get stronger with time.
Yes, growth is a journey, not a race. Keep going and you'll see amazing changes.
Coming up next, we'll share some simple, practical tips you can use every day to strengthen your mindset.
Let's keep building that strong mindset together.
All right, Julia, we've talked about mindset, beliefs, habits, and patience. Now let's get practical. What are some simple things our listeners can do every day to build a strong mindset?
Great question, Jason. Here are 5 easy tips anyone can start today.
Tip number 1. Start your day with a positive thought or affirmation. For example, say to yourself, "I am capable," or "Today will be a good day."
Tip 2. Practice gratitude. Each day think of 3 things you're thankful for. It can be anything like a smile from a friend, a sunny day, or good food.
Tip 3. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply or meditate. This helps calm your mind and reduce stress.
Tip 4. Write down your goals or progress. Journaling helps you see how far you've come and what you want to achieve.
And tip 5. Limit negative influences. If certain people, social media, or news make you feel bad, try to reduce your time with them.
Yes, and remember, you don't have to do all these tips at once. Pick 1 or 2 that feel good and practice them daily.
Consistency is key. Small steps every day lead to big changes over time.
Exactly. And if you miss a day, don't worry, just start again tomorrow.
So listeners, try these tips and see how your mindset begins to grow stronger.
Coming up next, we'll finish with some final motivation and encouragement to keep you inspired on your journey.
Let's do it! Wow, Julia, what a great journey today. We've learned so much about building a strong mindset.
Yes, Jason. To everyone listening, remember, building a strong mindset takes time, patience, and practice.
But the most important thing is to start today. Even one small step can make a big difference.
Believe in yourself. You are stronger than you think. Your mindset is powerful. It can change your life.
And when things get tough, remember why you started. Keep going, keep growing, and don't give up.
Surround yourself with positive people. Practice your daily habits and be kind to yourself.
We believe in you, and we're cheering you on every step of the way.
Thank you so much for joining us on Personal Growth Talks podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe.
And don't forget, your mindset is your superpower. Use it well.
See you next time and stay strong.